What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Breakdown. So, Wisconsin defeats Kentucky. You see it up there, 71-64. So let's break down this game. Let's first of all say 38-1. I mean, that's an incredible feat, whether you win a title or not. But let's keep things in perspective. Let's go off of what the fans and everybody and all the analysts said. They all figured that Kentucky was going to win the national championship, and I can't fault you for that. I mean, they were undefeated all year. They look to be the obvious favorites. I didn't think Kentucky was going to win. Now, I didn't think that they'd lose this game. I thought they would lose to Duke, but I didn't think Kentucky was going to win. I mean, it was just one of those years where everybody's picking Kentucky, and I just didn't think they were going to win. But let's break down Kentucky right quick. Like I said, I don't want to take anything away from Kentucky. They're good. I mean, they were 38-1. If you lose one game in anything, you're good. I mean, you're even with the loss, you're good. But I want to break down Kentucky right quick. Like I said, they're a good team, but you notice I didn't use the word great. This Kentucky team was not great by any stretch of the imagination. Despite being 38-1, they were not great. They don't have great postmen. Karl Anthony Towns is good. Willie Cauley-Stein to me is not. He's not that great. He's athletic, but Willie Cauley-Stein, Willie Cauley-Stein's not that good. He's he's all right. He's athletic. He's just another Sean Taggart. If you guys remember Sean Taggart from Memphis, same thing. Athletic, long arms, can fly out of the gym for a postman, but he doesn't have moves. I mean, against Wisconsin, he had 33 minutes, 2 points, and 5 rebounds, 1 of 4 shooting. All defensive rebounds too, so didn't get any offensive rebounds. So Willie Cauley-Stein's not that great of a postman. He doesn't have post moves, and he is a junior in college. I mean, he's gotten a little bit better since he's got there, but he's not that great. Marcus Lee, he doesn't have great post moves. Dakari Johnson, he doesn't have great post moves. Now, they did have Alex Poythress, who was actually pretty good, but he got hurt, so he'll probably be back next year. Karl Anthony Towns has some pretty decent post moves. The Harrison twins, they're great competitors, but this Kentucky team, I think it's amazing that they went 38-1 based off of the type of players they have. The Harrison twins are not great offensively, and that's why their draft stock is down. Now, the Harrison twins could probably play in Phil Jackson's triangle offense or something like that, but they're just not. They're not. I mean, if you look at the point guards in the NBA, they don't project to the next level that great unless they plan on improving their offense. And hey, NBA game's a little different than the college game, but at this point, I don't see it. I'm gonna tell you why I think Kentucky went 38-1. Kentucky, they were bigger than every team they played except for Wisconsin. Wisconsin was the one team that, man for man, they were just as big as Kentucky was. I mean, Kaminsky's 7 feet, Decker's about 6'10", and he can put the ball on the floor. Baker, I believe his name is, he's about 6'8", playing the wing. Their guards are about 6'5", 6'6", so they're, man for man, they're every bit as big as Kentucky. So Kentucky was not able to out-height. They were not able to beat up Wisconsin on the inside. They were going to have to execute like a great team is supposed to execute, and that's why they're not great. I don't believe that Kentucky is great because they were bigger than every team they played against this year. All the mistakes they made against Wisconsin, they've been making those mistakes all year. But since they were so much bigger than everybody, they could just block their shots, out-rebound them, and just impose their will on these teams and just kind of intimidate these other teams with their height, and it paid off for them. But in this particular game, They weren't able to do that. They got out rebounded by 12 rebounds. They were not able to impose their will on Wisconsin because Wisconsin's every bit as big as Kentucky. So Kentucky is just not a great team. Some people think Calipari is the best coach right now. He's not. Any great coach would have finished this run off. I mean, when you go undefeated like this, you have to finish off the run, and he's just not doing it. Calipari, I don't believe is a great X's and O's guy. But Wisconsin, I mean, you guys can talk about the shot clock violation, which it's a bad rule. I mean, you should be able to go back at any point in the game and look to see was it a shot clock violation to be able to take points on or to be able to add points or to take points away. Because that's a bad rule that it has to be under 2 minutes before you can go back and look at it. But despite that, I mean, Wisconsin outplayed Kentucky most of the game. Now, despite that, I mean, Kentucky was up, by 2 points, and they would have got the ball back with 2 minutes to go, or a little less than 2 minutes to go. So, Wisconsin played well. Decker, he's a player. Kaminsky's smart. I mean, that guy's going to play on the next level. Decker's going to play on the next level. But Kentucky, man, I just think that, like I said, Kentucky's a good team. They're 38-1, but they're not a great team. And great teams execute. And Kentucky is just, I don't know, man. They're just not that. I don't want to say they're not that good. It'd make me sound stupid, but they're not as good as what y'all thought they were. And it came out, and I know that's easy. That's easy for me to say because they do have that one loss, but they're just not. I mean, they're not like a great shooting team. They don't have great guards. They don't have great guard play. They don't have great post play. They're just. Like I said, I feel like they just basically imposed their will on all these teams, and when they couldn't impose their will anymore, they couldn't execute. And it ended up getting them. But it's going to be Wisconsin and Duke now. I feel like Duke will win, but maybe they won't. I mean, Kentucky should raise some eyebrows now because people, I mean, they're for real. So, follow me on Twitter. It's the same name as I got on here. But I'm out. Let me know what you guys think about Kentucky. And is this the greatest choke job ever? What do you think cost Kentucky the game? Was Kentucky just not as good as we thought they were? What was it, the shot clock violation? Did Coach Calipari get outplayed? What do you think the reason why Kentucky lost this ball game? I'm out.